You know, when we're going through tough times or trials or something happens to us that interrupts our lifestyle, our routine, our agenda, we look at it with narrow vision. We start to pray and say, God, you know, we want you to intercede in this. We want to pray about this. But in reality, what we're trying to do is tell God how to handle it, how to do it. And we look at the small picture, but God looks at the big picture. We look at it as something that's temporary that we just need to get it out of the way. But God looks at it as eternal. See, He's got a plan. His plan is always in action. It's always in motion. There's always things going on behind the scenes. He knows what's going on further down the road that we can't even see yet. We have no idea, but God does. We look at the physical of it, but God looks at the supernatural. See, when hardships and tragedy and even death comes into our lives, what's the first thing that you've asked? What's the first thing that I've asked? I mean, it's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to you. God, if you really love me, why are you letting this happen to me? How many times have we done that? How many times we have to be reminded later how silly that statement is? But we do ask that. I want to talk to you about that today in your morning cup of inspiration. And over in Ecclesiastes 3:11, the Bible tells us, yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time. God has a time and a place for everything. Just because He doesn't answer our prayers we want right now doesn't mean He's denying us this. I mean, what's no today, it could be yes tomorrow or down the road. Even if it's no now and no down the road, you're going to see that it is for our own good. It's for a yes in our life. See, sometimes God doesn't answer our prayers because He has something bigger in store for us, something that we could never imagine. I look at Dan, and when at Beth's funeral, we all stood there wondering, why, God? She was so young. She had so much going for her. She was just so beautiful inside and out. Yet, out of that spawned fearless faith. I mean, the name fearless faith came from death, facing death fearlessly. But who knows if this would ever happen? It took Beth's leaving this earth to spur it in us, to have that desire to go further, to do more for God. It happened to Terry, it happened to me, it happened to Dan, and he pulled it all together. But it might not have happened if Beth hadn't gone home to be with the Lord. You know, Ephesians 3:20 says, now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask for or imagine, according to His power. This is at work within us. It's His power working within us. And it's when prayers aren't answered the way they think they should be answered that His power is at work. And He's working within you as He is within me. You say, well, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to pray? Well, Matthew 26:39 says, and He, who is Jesus, went a little beyond them, which were the disciples, and fell on His face and prayed, saying, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Here's the kicker, though. Yet not as I will, but as you will. If we will pray that, even when we're praying for healing, even when we're praying for direction, not my will, but your will. And you will see God's work in your life. God bless everyone. Look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. Have a wonderful day.